assistance, how long does it take them to get to you? 30 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes or longer? Well, what if I told you I could get you roadside assistance with no wait time? Roadside assistance that actually lives in your trunk. This is from Stanley. It's called the FatMax, and this is your jump starter. It sits in the back of your car. It's got some great safety features built in. It's so easy to use, and then it also has every single upgraded feature that really makes this the pro version. We've got it today for under $80, and this on 3 easy payments of about $27 a month. Howard Urbot, I'm going to join him. He's over here by our car. Good to see you, Howard.
Good to see you, Gabrielle.
So this is kind of our knight in shining armor.
It is. It is. It packs the 4 most important tools I feel you can have in your car when you're on the road. Okay. You've got a flashlight, you've got the power to charge devices, you've got the power to inflate tires, and of course the power to jumpstart your battery, because that can happen at any time, and it's from Stanley, a name that's been around over 170 years. I know when I need to pull this out, it's because my day is about to take a turn for the worse, so I want something I can rely on, and that is Stanley. And this is the FatMax, which is their top of the line. It's the most powerful, the most rugged, heavy duty that they offer. So when I see Stanley and FatMax, I know I'm getting something good. That's why I have it. And this has 900 peak amps of starting power. I know that can be a little intimidating, jump starting your car, if you don't know what you're doing.
And not only car, we're talking about 4, 6, 8.
Yes, this has the power for the 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, and 8 cylinders. So light trucks, cars, SUVs, vans, it's going to start them all. But people in the past had to use jumper cables, and they were worried. What if I don't connect them correctly? Am I going to cause a problem with the battery?
Or am I going to get the shock of my life? Right. I think that's always been my concern.
You don't have to worry about that with the Stanley FatMax. Okay. I put them on incorrectly on purpose. Now you hear a tone sounding, a light has lit up. You know, you have them on backwards, yet you haven't hurt the battery, you haven't hurt the power station, most importantly, you haven't injured yourself. So you simply switch them to the correct position, no tone, no light. Then you open the safety cover, turn the keyless safety switch to on, and you get in and start your car immediately. You're not recharging the battery, you're jump starting it just as if another car's here, and you don't need that other car. You're able to do it yourself anywhere. If it's in a garage, if it's in a parking lot surrounded by other cars, you don't have to worry about asking a stranger, hoping that one of you has jumper cables and knows how to use them. You don't have to wait for roadside assistance, and you don't have to pay for a tow truck.
Or just a good Samaritan even, who is a stranger to me. And you know what, this means that I am independent, I'm able to do it myself. And this actually has a lot of other features as well.
It does. You're certainly able to jumpstart your car, but you're also able to charge devices. It has a high output USB. It also has a 12-volt socket, which is just like the cigarette lighter in your car. So your tablets, your pads, your readers, you name it, you'll be able to charge them up. It has the 120 PSI air compressor. So you'll be able to inflate any car tires, light truck, SUV, have the gauges backlit so it lights up at night. We'll see that in just a minute. So that way you can keep it safe. And there's a light because problems seem to happen at night, of course.
Well, it's always at an inopportune time, Howard.
Right.
We're either on our way to work, we're trying to drop the kids off at school. It never happens at a good time.
Right, we always have some place to be. And you come out and your tire's bulging and low. You can't drive on that, it's unsafe. Not to mention you're getting tire wear and poor fuel mileage, but if you have a blowout, that could be very dangerous. So I make sure one of these is in every car. It has a nice long hose so we can reach the valve stem even if it's at the top of the tire. As soon as you connect it, it tells you the pressure in the tire. And if you don't know the correct pressure, it's inside the door jamb of the driver's door. So once you have it connected, you see the pressure, you turn it on, you see it lights up. So even if it's nighttime, you'll be able to turn it off when it reaches the correct pressure and always be safe. Now tires can leak down air over time, a little bit at a time, or it could have a slight puncture from a nail or a screw and be sagging down. So you don't want to have to get that spare tire out, especially when you're in a hurry. So inflate it, get it to a garage, have them check it out and repair it if necessary, and you're on the road in literally 2 or 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes at the most. You can jump start your car, you can inflate your tire, and you can charge up your devices. And we'll take a look at that too.
Well, I think it's quite impressive that I can actually pump up my car tires.
Right.
Sometimes with these, they're good enough for a beach ball, but not for a car.
This does come with the accessories you'll need for sports inflatables, beach balls, and racing bicycles, but then you're able to charge up your devices, and it's a high output USB. You charge your phones, your tablets, your readers. I use mine to recharge the DVD player for the kids in the back seat so I can focus on driving. Air compressor, 120 PSI. Get those tires inflated, be safe on the road. We have one in every car. It's the peace of mind when my wife's out, when the kids are out, it's night. When my kids aren't driving yet, but they will be soon, and I'm going to make sure that every one of them has one of these in the back.
Truck. Well, I'll remind you that this comes from Stanley. Over 120 years, a trusted name in the business, and this is on Easy Pay. You don't have to pay that QVC price in full. Bring it home for about $27 on your credit card. If you decide to keep it, then you'll just have 2 more installments of $27. And keep in mind, this is the FatMax, the top of the line.
Right.
This has all the upgrades and features. It's really the pro version. If you were to call roadside assistance, this may be what they pull out of their
Right, it's
truck
very likely
to help you
that
with your
roadside
car.
assistance will come with its own power station to jumpstart you. Why bother? Just do it yourself. Has the 12-volt socket just like in your car, so anything you plug in the car can go right in here. Has the high output USB that turns on with this switch right here. Also has the LED light, so when trouble happens at night, you'll be able to see what's going on. Battery gauge. One light, the red one, you know it needs charged. When the yellow one's lit, it has partial charge. When the green, it's full. We haven't talked about recharging yet, but Stanley has even done a great job with that. Rather than having this little charging cube that you always misplace, it's in the kitchen drawer on the garage shelf, Stanley built it right in. It's right inside here. You have just 2 prongs. So you can use the heavy-duty orange cord or just a simple household cord. You flip that up, you plug it on there, and you're recharging. When you first get it, put it on for 24 to 48 hours to make sure you have it fully topped off. After that, only recharge it every 30 days because batteries naturally lose a little charge over time, so you want to have it at its full potential to save the day, or if you happen to use it. So if you've jump-started something, if you've inflated something, if you've recharged something, recharge your Stanley FatMax so it's always ready to go. And that's the one thing I do love, that it is rechargeable. There's no cords or wires, so when that tire's flat on the lawnmower in the shed or the boat trailer behind the garage, you can just take this right out there.
Take it to the
You don't have to worry about extension cords.
It doesn't have a big footprint either. It's not taking up a lot of room in the back of your car.
And you notice it's very horizontal, so it's very stable. In the back of your car, some units are built like this, and they could tip over and slide around. This one's not going to do that. And on the hood, on the engine. I'd like to show you one more time.
Yeah, the kind of the safety features that are built in, because when you say jump start my car, it's something I'd rather not do.
Right, and most people feel like they couldn't do this. They couldn't jump start their own car. They're not familiar. If you can literally open your hood and find your battery, you can jump start your car quickly and easily and safely. I'm going to put them on incorrectly just to show you that if you don't do it right, it's not going to hurt the battery, not going to hurt the sensitive electronics in your car, most importantly, not going to injure yourself. The light is lit, a tone is sounding, saying reverse polarity. You know you have them on backwards. You simply switch them to the correct terminals, no light, no tone, turn the keyless safety switch to on, get in and start your car immediately. 900 peak amps, enough for your 8-cylinder vehicles. So you'll be able to start them all 3 to 4 minutes from the time you find out you can't start the car to being back on the road.
And where you need to go. I'll tell you, this winter season, my car broke down. And I had my child in the car. They said, well, you're a priority. We'll get to you first.
Right.
It still took 90 minutes.